About a year ago, I had to take down a couple of videos from the Toronto Raptors coaching clinic because I used some of the footage that they had in the camp. Now, because of that, I have decided to re-upload the videos without that actual Raptors footage and with just my breakdowns of the drills. So let's get down and let's check out these defense drills that the Toronto Raptors use. Okay, so first off, a basic shell drill is when you've got 3 to 5 players on the outside of the perimeter, and then you're going to be having the 3 outside players passing the ball around, which now what we're going to have is player 3 being man on, player 1 being 1 big pass away, which is 1 big step away, and then player 2 being 2 big steps away and being in help defense. Now, we can also run this with 5 players. However, to start, I would start with 3 players. We would then have the players on the outside passing the ball between each other, and that way we can learn and we can teach the defense what defense is like while playing man-to-man. Now, later on you can stack the drill with more offensive players and more defensive players. That is an option. However, right now we're just focusing on 3 players, and he focused on 3 players as well in the practice. Then he later on moves into having the players start at half court and then catching up and running and playing defense. Running into the offense, running into their defense, and then passing the ball around. Going on and moving on, we're going to stack the drill even more. So what I mean by that is we're still going to be having 3 players, however, we're going to be adding in extra things that they can do. So if, for example, we have the ball on that corner, the defense is going to look very similar to this. Now, instead of just having our offensive players staying in one location, we want to have them cut and change where they are. That way, if, for example, your player on offense later on in an actual game cuts, you don't just kind of stand there and say, well, there goes my man, because, well, that's a zone defense. But moving on to this, he is now 1 pass away instead of being 2 passes away, because now he is obviously 1 pass away. Also, we want to teach them how to cover a player, how to try and get in front or behind and cover a player tightly so that if he was to receive a pass and drive in, we're still in a good position to play good defense. However, at the same time, we want to see low post stuff happening as well. So if a player cuts towards the low post, we want to make sure that we know how to play defense in the low post. We could have player 1 cut over towards this side. We could have player 4 pass out. Player 4 pop out towards the perimeter, where we would now have player 1 playing 2 big passes away. So things like that. Have the players move around on offense. And another thing that you can add in as well is after 4 or 5 passes, or when you the coach blow the whistle, that means that they have 1 dribble or 2 dribbles and 1 shot to score on that defense. You also want to have them explain maybe later on in running this drill as well that if a player is cutting towards the rim, hit him up for a pass if he has an open lane to drive and get a layup. 100% go for it, because now we can see and have that as a teaching moment for the defensive player. So Marc Gasol got the ball in the middle at the free throw line. He passed the ball out to player 1, which then put the defense just like so. And at this point, they took that shot. Player 1 took that shot. Now, what they had was player 3. He got the rebound. Player 4 popped out to this side. We had player 5 running down court. We had player 2. He was also popping out towards this side, just in case he was the one who was open for the outlet pass, kind of as a backup. Now, the reason why he was the backup was because you always want to outlet to the same side as the side that you rebounded. So if you rebounded on that side, that means that this is your outlet. That is your outlet man. So once they started running down court, we had get these offensive guys out of the way, and then we had the outlet to player 4, and then we had player 1 running up the middle. So now player 4 has two different options. He has the point guard running up the middle of the court, or he also has the option for player 5 who has already gunned it down court. And this is why players like Pascal Siakam are getting so many fast break points. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure to go check out my practice plans down in the description below, as well as the Unbeatable Basketball Defense book. Check that out as well. I'll see you guys again in my next video.